Okay, so fun fact, my mom has watched the first Conjuring movie like 1,000 times. No joke. It's basically the soundtrack of my childhood. And now we got The Conjuring Last Rites, the big finale for the Warrens. So of course I had to check it out. Let's talk about what is it about, what works, and where it lands in the whole franchise. Spoiler alert, I think this one's the second best Conjuring movie, right behind the original. So the setup, what we know. The Conjuring Last Rites dropped in 2025, directed by Michael Chavez, the guy who did The Nun 2 and The Devil Made Me Do It. Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson are back as our favorite ghost hunting couple, and this time they're taking one of their final cases based on the Smurl haunting from the 80s. And yeah, this movie is being called the Warren's last big screen chapter. It's got everything you expect: a haunted house, demonic activity, emotional stakes, and some classic Conjuring style jump scares that'll make you drop your popcorn. So without spoiling too much, Ed and Lorraine are older now, kinda ready to retire, when this family in Pennsylvania calls them about a haunting that's way more personal than it seems. This demon just doesn't throw furniture, it messes with your mind. The whole movie plays with perception, dreams, and guilt. It's part haunting, part psychological breakdown, and Judy, their daughter, finally gets some screen time. She's grown up and involved in the case, which adds this cool passing the torch feeling. It's still got that classic Conjuring vibe, slow build up, creaking doors, and that one hallway scene where you're just yelling at the screen like, "Don't go in there." What I really liked about The Last Rites is how emotional it is. It's not just about jump scares, it's about closure. You can tell this is the Warrens' final chapter. It's quieter, more reflective, and actually pretty moving. There's a big focus on guilt, forgiveness, and the cost of carrying darkness for so long. And honestly, Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson nailed it again. The chemistry, still chef's kiss. This one feels like a love letter to the fans. It's like the filmmaker said, "It's alright, you've been with us since 2013, here's your emotional payoff." And that's why I honestly think this is the second best Conjuring movie, right behind the OG. The original is still untouchable, pure horror perfection, but Last Rites gets surprisingly close. What works and what doesn't. The performances, perfect. The atmosphere, creepy. The ending, it's actually satisfying. There's this one exorcism scene that had me holding my breath like, you'll know when you see it. No, it's not flawless. There are a few predictable jump scares and the pacing drags a little in the middle, but honestly, I'll take the slow tension over cheap CGI any day. And yes, I still go into the dark basements with one flashlight like it's 1971 and electricity hasn't been invented yet. Some things never change. Now for Easter eggs and connections, if you're a die-hard fan, you'll love all the callbacks. There are references to Annabelle, The Nun, even a few visual nods to the first movie. Same camera angles, same music stingers. There's this one shot that mirrors Lorraine walking into the Piran house from Conjuring 1, and I swear my mom would have screamed, "That's the scene," if she were watching next to me. The title Last Rites hits on two levels. It's literally about exorcisms and blessings, but it's also about a metaphor for saying goodbye to the Warren story. It's the end of an era. So yeah, I'm calling it. The Conjuring Last Rites is the second best movie in the series, right after the first one. It's not quite as terrifying as the 2013 original, but it's the most heartfelt and the final act hits hard. If you love this universe, you'll want to see how it all wraps up, and if you're new, start with the original. Maybe don't watch it 1,000 times like my mom did, but you might start hearing knocking sounds that are probably not there. Alright guys, that's my take on The Conjuring Last Rites. Let me know in the comments where you rank it in the series, and if your mom also has this weird obsession with the original movie, we should form a support group. Hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss my next video, because if you do, the boogeyman is coming to get you.